All right, let's go over the self-mobilization to the posterior rotator cuff using a lacrosse ball. I definitely recommend using a lacrosse ball and not a tennis ball. Tennis ball is a little too soft and the felt tends to kind of slide around the wall. A lacrosse ball is firmer, more firm, and it's a little stickier because it's rubber, okay? You're gonna wanna reach underneath the armpit, okay? Go underneath into the back a little bit. That's where that rotator cuff on that back side is gonna live, and you're gonna be able to get into that muscle belly. You can come up around the top and outside a little bit. That's where the tendons for that rotator cuff kind of wrap around that ball and socket. And if you find some tender spots there, you kind of work it. But I think the magic happens when we can get into the muscle belly and reduce any kind of spasm or trigger points, we call them. Oftentimes those refer pain out into the shoulder as well. Especially when we've had long-standing tension or pain, the body's trying to stabilize things, even weakness. The body tries to contract the muscle more than what is necessary. That you would regularly do if the muscle was functioning properly. And so you get these trigger points and these tender fibers in the tissue. So it makes it hard to kind of contract them properly during exercise. So you can get this ball in there, soften that up, and then train with some of the other dumbbell exercises that we've gone over to really kind of loosen that tissue up and allow it to be able to contract better. So reaching under the armpit, lean in against the wall. I'm gonna give my back to you so you can see, okay? Bend the knees just slightly and then lean into it. You want to be at an angle. You don't want to be straight out this way because your shoulder blade is at an angle. So you're going to be kind of angled about 30, 40 degrees, okay? Support that opposite elbow here so that arm can just kind of relax, standing tall, and then gently kind of roll until you feel some tender spots, okay? Everyone's going to have it different. When you find that, you can kind of sink into that for 20, 30 seconds. See if that tenderness starts to reduce at all. Okay, you can slowly kind of move across that muscle. Up and down is going to go more with the fibers. Side to side is going to go across them. It's a little more irritating sometimes. However you want to do it, just go nice and easy at first. Okay, you want to spend about 3 to 5 minutes on there. You don't have to go crazy with it. Okay. Also, just go to a pressure pain limitation. Don't try to mash it all out at once. All right. This is going to be effective over time, not just like one and done. Okay. So I recommend a few times a week to hit the ball in there. It's a good way to just kind of self-assess as well, especially if you're working out a lot, to make sure your muscles aren't becoming overly tense and causing imbalances and postural dysfunction as well. So try that out, 3 to 5 minutes, at least 3 times a week. Gently at first, you can kind of get deeper as you get more tolerant to it.